So you're thinking of moving to Palm Coast, Florida. You notice the prices are a bit more appealing than St. Augustine, and it's not that far, so why not get more house for the money? Well, my goal here is to tell you everything you need to know about the area so you can see if it's a good fit for you. Hi everyone, Kim Devlin here with Kim Devlin team here in beautiful Northeast Florida. I work with many people who are looking to move to Florida, specifically Jax, St. Augustine, and Palm Coast, but have never visited. Many base their decisions on the home prices or videos they see of the charming downtown area of St. Augustine or gorgeous beaches. The thing is, you really can't make a decision on location to move until you have visited and explored the area. So in this video, I want to share details about Palm Coast. The reason is there are more options here under $500,000 than in St. Augustine, and many home buyers find that appealing. I've compared Palm Coast to St. Augustine before, and if you've not seen that video, I'll share it at the end, but in this video, I want to focus on just the Palm Coast. First, let's look at where Palm Coast is located. You're about 24 miles south of the historic district of St. Augustine, 27 miles north of Daytona Beach, and 73 miles to Orlando. This puts you centrally located to all the airports, so depending on where you need to travel to, you will have options. So let's dive into the pros and cons of Palm Coast. The biggest pro about living in Palm Coast, Florida, in my opinion, is that the city is home to over 100 miles of bike paths and nature trails, making it one of the most bike-friendly cities in Northeast Florida. If you like biking, walking, running, or just being outside, you will find gorgeous trails in the hammock area with oak canopies that connect to the A1A scenic loop that parallels the Atlantic Ocean along A1A, so you can enjoy views of the beaches and can even stop for a swim. If you like mountain biking, Malacampra Greenway Trail offers 5.5-mile single track. I heard it's pretty technical too, kind of tough. So just be prepared for that if you try it. And did you know that the Malacampra used to be an exotic animal park? Yes, I think it's pretty neat. There's also a beautiful trail that runs along the Intracoastal Waterway, and the trailhead starts across from European Village and offers scenic views along the banks of the river. This trail connects to many others, including the Lehigh Trail. You can bike all day in Palm Coast if you want. In fact, it's so bike friendly, you'll find maintenance stations along some of the trails. If you spent any time biking in St. Augustine, sharing the roadways with cars, then you will soon find out Palm Coast is way better and safer. Just keep it in mind if biking is one of your hobbies. I mentioned European Village before, so let's discuss this area, as well as dining and shopping. Many homebuyers like a little main street or a city center. This is one of the reasons they find St. Augustine so appealing. Well, Palm Coast doesn't really have one. European Village is not a main street or a city center. It's just a nice spot to have some dinner, listen to some live music, and enjoy the farmers market on Sunday. The closest main street vibe would be Flagler Beach. When it comes to dining, there are some good options here in Palm Coast, but not like you will find in St. Augustine or Jacksonville. So if you are a foodie and love to try new restaurants, you may find Palm Coast to be limited in options. This goes for shopping as well. There's no real mall or shopping area like St. John's Town Center. City Marketplace in Palm Coast has some shops, and the closest TJ Maxx is Southwest in Bunnell. But if you like to shop, then Tanger Outlets in Daytona is your best bet, which will be about a 20 to 30 minutes drive, depending on where you're coming from in Palm Coast. There are lots of shops to peruse, and you will also find a Bass Pro Shop and some nice restaurants around the Daytona Speedway. So let's talk about neighborhoods, homes, and cost of living in Palm Coast. Palm Coast is known for being an affordable place to live compared to other cities in Florida. The cost of living here is slightly lower than the national average, which means you can stretch your dollar further. Housing is also relatively affordable with a variety of options available, including single-family homes, condos, and townhomes. The majority of Palm Coast is divided into several sections. These sections are known for the first letter in the name of the street. So for example, if you would ask someone where they live, they will reference it by the letter. Oh, I live in the P section. The sections vary a little bit, but the biggest differences are proximity to the beaches. These sections are west of the Intracoastal Waterway, so there are two ways to access the beach. And one bridge is north at Palm Coast Parkway, and the other one is south at State Road 100 to Flagler Beach. So if you are located in the central sections, your drive will be a little longer. Palm Coast has 11 sections, but one section is the most unique, and that is Palm Harbor. Palm Coast's Palm Harbor section, also known as the C&F section, is a boater's haven. This area is unique because it has 70 miles of man-made saltwater canals leading to the Intracoastal. The majority of these canals are in the C section, and the homes located here enable you to dock your boat right at your house. These canals lead to the Intracoastal Waterway, and the closer you are to the ICW, the higher the value. When comparing this area to canal homes in St. Augustine, you will get a lot more for the money in Palm Coast. Smaller homes start at approximately $500,000 depending on condition and where in the canal system the home is located. Other sections include woodlands, Indian trails, and Matanzas Woods, aka the B and L sections, where you'll find yourself in close proximity to I-95 for convenience, close to shopping along Palm Harbor Parkway, and easy access to the trail network for biking and walking. Parks including the huge Indian Trail Sport Complex and James F. Holland are super close to these areas. Other sections in Palm Coast include Lehigh Woods, Pine Grove, and Seminole Woods, where you will find more of the same type of housing communities. The nice thing about Palm Coast is you can find many concrete block homes on 80-foot wide lots, so you are not right on top of your neighbor. Of course, there are expensive areas like the Hammock featuring golf courses with ocean views, as well as oceanfront homes and gated communities with homes from $1 million and up. But there are other gated communities on the mainland west of the Intercoastal like Grand Haven, a gorgeous established master plan community with wonderful amenities where you can get a home in the 400s and up. So Palm Coast really does offer many housing options depending on your budget. Palm Coast is managed by the local government, so it's much like a community that has a homeowners association. The county and city offices impose the regulations like lawn maintenance as well as boat or RV storage. You are not allowed to store a boat in your driveway in the Palm Coast, but they do allow a few days for you to park it on your property when needed. A county-run city can sometimes feel more strict than an HOA, so at times you may feel like you're living in a planned community without the actual benefit of having the amenities such as a pool and fitness center. The property tax rate in Palm Coast is about 1.9%, which is higher than other nearby cities, but overall, the cost of living in Palm Coast is slightly lower than other areas in Florida. And the average home value is about 29% less. Palm Coast is mainly coastal, and being located in Northeast Florida means the weather will be cooler in the winter. The summers, of course, are still hot, but I would definitely say there is less humidity than South Florida. Your average temps range from 48 to 90 degrees here, and you will get a handful of days in the winter that will drop into the 30s. The further west you are from the ocean, the hotter it will feel in the summer, but that is anywhere in Florida. That ocean breeze does help to keep the temps a little cooler in the summer, but just a little bit. The beaches in Palm Coast are beautiful, but you will find some rocks in the shallow areas north on the coast in the Hammock area. Flagler Beach is always another great option, and it's only about 7 miles south. Keep in mind that you cannot drive on these beaches, so if you aren't walking or biking distance, then public parking is your only option, and these lots can fill up during peak beach season in the spring and summer. If you have kids, of course, schools are important to you, so make sure you do your research. Belterre Elementary is ranked number 1 and Indian Middle School is ranked number 2. I've provided a link below so you could start doing your research on the schools here in Palm Coast. As for medical care, Palm Coast provides residents with a lot of great healthcare options. There are multiple in- and outpatient facilities. Advent Health is located south in Palm Coast off of 100 close to Flagler Beach and is a comprehensive full-service 99-bed acute care community hospital. Flagler Health Plus planned to build at US 1 and Palm Coast Parkway, but those plans have stalled, and it's uncertain who will be taking this on. Both Halifax and Baptist have shown interest, so stay tuned for more on that. Palm Coast is a quiet area to live a comfortable life. I do not consider this to be a touristy area at all, other than the winter snowbirds. In Palm Coast, you can go out to dinner and not have to wait an hour for a table. You have access to everything you need day to day, such as Publix, Winn-Dixie, Walmart, Target, and Home Depot. Palm Coast is not too far from major attractions like the Daytona 500, Disney in Orlando, or the oldest city in St. Augustine. So if you are looking to be in a central location that is a bit quieter than the neighboring cities, then Palm Coast may be a good fit for you. As promised, watch this next video comparing Palm Coast to St. Augustine. I hope this helps you in your research of Palm Coast. Of course, I'm here to answer any questions you may have, so feel free to comment below, or you'll find my contact information in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.